Whoop! What is going on, everybody? Chris Clark here. I was so discombobulated that I muted myself at first. Sorry about that. Welcome back. Yeah, Wes Mitchell and I just wrapped up a GC Live about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. We were an hour on GC Live from about 2 to 3. And just a few minutes ago, got a little bit of breaking news. This guy up on the screen, if you can see, is back. And he's back with a new name. Now, as you know, Sir Big Spur, the artist formerly known as Sir Big Spur, was renamed very recently and was set to enter the 2022 Gamecock football season as the General. That was going to be the billing. Now, that has changed. The new name is now the old name, and that is going to be, of course, Sir Big Spur. Let me drop the link right here into the comments. Story up instantly from Colin Taylor on GamecockCentral.com. South Carolina renames its live mascot again. And I'm going to read a little bit to you on this story. If you are not around where you can read it right now, I will do you a public service by doing that. The Gamecocks are reacquiring Sir Big Spur as the name of its live mascot from South Carolina Media Relations. Here's what it says. The renaming of the Gamecock live mascot has been a topic of conversation for the past few weeks. Deputy Athletics Director Eric Nichols says, it was always preferred that we would stay with the Sir Big Spur name, Nichols said. I appreciate the passion that the owners, Mary Snelling and Ron Albertelli, and the new handlers, Beth and Van Clark, have for the Gamecocks and the live mascot. We are pleased that we are starting the season with the same name as in years past. Goes on to say, following feedback the athletics department received, there was more dialogue made with the owners of the Gamecock live mascot who had rights to the name. The two families and the administration reconnected and found a solution in the best interests of the university while respecting the wishes of both families. Sir Big Spur will be on the sidelines Saturday night as the Gamecocks football team hosts Georgia State in Williams-Brice Stadium. So there you have it. Y'all are all over it too. Mike Huva weighing in. Very, very short-lived nickname for our guy, the General. Here's the question. Here's the key question. And I hope I'm not mispronouncing. Shaggy? I'm sorry. Let me know. Are they going to clip its head? I don't know. And if you look at the release, they reconnected and found a solution in the best interest of the university, which you would think would be naming it Sir Big Spur, while respecting the wishes of both families. And if you remember, this was the kind of point of contention, right? Was clipping the comb, I think it's called. Some of you who are more of experts in this regard, maybe you can lend a little bit more insight there into that. We went over it one day. We were trying to go over it on the 107.5, the Gamecock Central takeover one day. Wes and I and Pearson, we were trying to break all of it down, and we didn't quite get there. We're not anatomically sound with chickens. But it is back. Sir Big Spur. I got to tell you, y'all, when that email dropped in my inbox, first of all, as you can imagine, covering, college athletics for a living, you got to always be on your phone. You always got to be aware of your phone, text, look at your watch, whatever. And I got an email to my Gmail app on my phone, and the first thing that I saw in my inbox, I saw Sir Big Spur in all caps. And it said, Sir Big Spur is back home. And I was so, my initial reaction was like, why is this old email popping up on my phone? Because, Sir Big Spur, all intents and purposes, in terms of the name, sounded pretty dead, right? But now he is not. So, Sir Big Spur, back with us. Wade Burnett, what's up, man? Hey, I saw you on GC Live recently, and I think that was Wednesday's show, and didn't get to give you a shout out. We actually were just talking about you before the show that day because we found in our old banners, we found an old Happy Birthday Wade Burnett banner that we had put up one day for you on GC Live. And I remarked to Wes, man, I hadn't seen Wade in a while. And then like the next show, you were back. So welcome back. Good to see you here again. Hope you're doing well. Kathy Lindler Dukes on Facebook is fired up about the return of Sir Big Spur, as is Vance. Sir Big Spur is back. Indeed he is. Check out the story. Gamecock Ryan's fired up again. What's up, Ryan? Y'all are dedicated. You just did. A lot of you rolled all the way through an hour with us on GC Live just now, and you're already back. Josh Campos, a regular. Long may he live. Guys, this is an interesting one. I don't even know what to say. He's back. There he is again. I would think, and I'm taking a guess here, I would think that the comb or whatever, part of Sir Big Spur now, that was the point of contention. I would think, just kind of based on, I've got a hunch, and in reading the release and the way that it was worded, there's going to be some give and take here to figure this out. Obviously, a lot of fans wanted to keep Sir Big Spur. The university obviously did. So we'll see what works out. We'll see the presentation. We'll see. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about the stipulations for this and kind of what went into it and a little bit more of the backstory. But for now, that is the story. It is Sir Big Spur having returned to its coop officially. That was a really bad pun. Sir Big Spur is back. The general is no more. As Mike Uva said, I think that lasted from, let's see what Mike said. I'm trusting you, Mike. 8/29/22 to 9/1/22. And yeah, very interesting stuff. The university sending out a release just a few minutes ago. Story on GamecockCentral.com, and we will continue, of course, as we can, bringing as much information as we possibly get on this. All right, so I appreciate all of y'all hopping on for just a few minutes while we talked about this. Wanted to make sure that we just hopped on real quick and brought you that breaking news for those of you that might have not been right around Twitter, right around Gamecock Central, whatever it may be. Some of you, y'all get those YouTube notifications very quickly. So, hey, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button for us, hit the like button, turn on the bell so you get notifications, and that'll allow you to hear from us anytime we drop a new video, GC Live, now, press conferences, whatever it may be. Really appreciate everybody being with us. Sorry to cut it off early. We got a lot more content to do. Remember, we just did an hour of GC Live. Go check that out if you missed it. I'm sure we'll talk more about this story tomorrow. Remember, Friday edition of GC Live is coming your way. A special edition from a new location, so to speak, for Market on Main. We'll be there around lunchtime on Friday. We'll continue breaking down Georgia State. We'll have a final take on the Georgia State game. I'm sure we will have more talk about Sir Big Spur / the general / whatever you want to call it. Not a drug lord. Not a drug lord cleaned everybody out of the general merch and has to throw it away. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. But if you have any Sir Big Spur merchandise, you can now bring that back. All right. Let me get off here before I say something even sillier than I already have. Really appreciate everybody for jumping in. Make sure you continue to follow us here on Gamecock Central's YouTube channel. Check out GamecockCentral.com for the very latest in Gamecock sports and recruiting. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day.